I love it.
Supreme victory.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's true. I'm replacing Alex Terrible. It's time for him to move on. You know, he's has a family. He's obviously, I'm joking. I actually just did a little poll on Instagram, and I said, hey, should I rock this in my videos moving forward? And it was overwhelmingly positive, and I was just like, hey, why not just try it out and see what people in the comment section actually, what they think. And the reason I'm making this video is because this mask kind of reminds me, I know it's the Immortals from 300, huge fan, love this. But this kind of reminds me, because I'm like, who wears a mask in the metal community other than, like, say, there are some bands that are doing things. Obviously, Sleep Token is blowing up right now, shrouded in mystery. There is no mystery with me. People already know who I am. So even if I go moving forward, people will be like, oh, yeah, it's some black guy. But still, it's fun. And, but yeah, I remember, you know, Alex Terrible, he wears that mask, and it just got my gears turning that I'm doing reactions now, and I never actually listened to Slaughter to Prevail. When it comes to this song Demolisher, I heard the breakdown because my friend Troy was like, yo, check this out, and it was timestamped there. And so I already know about the, you know, and then the breakdown, but I didn't listen to the song because, I mean, I guess the point of it was the breakdown. That was the meat and potatoes. Like, oh, that's dope, you know? And the breakdown's kind of like generic, right? But his vocals, like, oh man, meaty, I guess. So I thought I would take this opportunity, like, hey, how about I actually listen to this song and listen to this band? Obviously, they're pretty damn popular. I mean, I did the same thing with Lorna Shore, where I heard them a long time ago, but I was pretty late to the party when To the Hellfire came out. And To the Hellfire, I love that song. So hey, maybe I'll love this song. So let's give it a shot. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. I really love those masks, man. They're very cool. So far, it just sounds like Thy Art Is Murder to me. And that's not a bad thing. I love Thy Art Is Murder. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a great vocalist. The first time that I heard Alex Terrible was actually him doing a cover of Dig by Mudvayne. And I thought, like, I was like, this sounds awesome. I love how brutal it is. First breakdown. I like the effect with the snare, like where it just sounds like there's an extra like beer can, almost like a Slipknot-esque. Oh, what's about to happen? Oh man, this is the most Slavic thing that I've ever seen. From the pants that he's actually wearing to the croucher. I don't know what they call it, but you know, there's that Slavic crouch. This is no accident. This is absolutely no accident right here. This is that's nice. That's nice, man. Really showing people the culture. I get it. I love that. I ran into some people that that would get annoyed by that because too many people would be going and oh and shit, and I'm like, I like it all. I like it all. I'm a fan. Actually, a song that I've just written recently, right before the solo, I'm just like. I mean, this is fine. Like, I think this would have been a perfect place for a solo or something. So this is the part right here the only part that I've seen. And it's been a while. It's been years since I've heard this, to be honest. So I'm excited to hear it again. Everybody be quiet. Yeah. That was the. I have no idea what he says, but sounds good though. I love it. Something about corn?
I'm going to eat all of the corn. The corn is smelt and the climate cohesion.
Something like that. Like, here's the thing, and this is what I remember from when I first heard it. The vocals are so heavy, they're so brutal, that the breakdown just doesn't match the intensity. Like, this is 2004 metalcore breakdown, which I'm in love with 2004, 2005. Mid-2000s metalcore is my favorite music. But I'm just saying, like, hearing something this brutal, and then it's ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. I'm like, all right, man, come on. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Like, that's like, that's so, I mean, look, it sounds good. I'm not even hating. I'm just like, a little underwhelming, right? Just a little bit? Just a tiny bit? Listen to those vocals. Very good, man. But I'm like listening to the music and I'm like, look, I am not an arrogant person at all. Not even a little bit. But I absolutely could write, and look, I could write so much better than that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to a lot more of Slaughter to Prevail, and because this is the only song that I heard, and obviously bands progress all the time, so there's probably some progression going in the writing. That it? That it? Well, okay. It's a fine song. It's not bad at all, obviously. I haven't really, it's been a long time since I've heard a really bad, just like deathcore song. Generic, you hear a lot of generic, but generic doesn't necessarily mean bad. It's just maybe underwhelming. And a lot of times when I see deathcore bands popping up, a lot of times they're just generic because it's like, okay, what new are you bringing to the table? Because you can, one thing that I always feel like, I always hated how it's just a human thing where people just get kind of swept up into the trends and then they just keep like moving away from music that was awesome. Like metalcore. I think metalcore had some of the best riffing in metal. And then there's people that are still doing it, but some of the people that were at the absolute pinnacle, the top, they just don't get nearly as much recognition or nearly as much love. And it's unfortunate, man. I feel like it's something that people should just keep doing. Same thing with deathcore, right? Deathcore, to a point, just it started to fizzle out. And then some people started going back to it and felt very nostalgic. And I've always appreciated the bands that just kept doing it because people still love it, man. We don't need to do this trend where we move out of it. A lot of times the record labels, the industry are responsible for this. I know this is old news, but let me know what you guys think of this band. And if there's like I said, if this is just like, oh, they're just getting started, you should listen to their new shit or whatever, point out one of their songs that I definitely need to check out. Maybe something that has a lot more, I don't know, something that's just not as basic as the riffing in there and like the breakdown at the end that I'm like, oh, that's it. But that's all, guys. Let me know also what you think about this mask. Is this something that you think I should move forward with? If I see overwhelming support in the comments, I'll do it. If you guys are like, this shit is whack as fuck, take it off, then obviously I will take it off. But let me know. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.